In this episode of Flea Market Rescue, we're going to do some of the projects that never made it to the vintage market because they weren't finished. Like this, and this, and this, and these. So come along with me as we finish up some of these projects. So what do you say? Are you ready? Well then let's go ahead and dive into this week's project. And just one quick note, if you're new to my channel, I just want to welcome you. I hope that you'll consider subscribing. I post new videos every week, and if you ring the bell, you'll get notified every time I post a new video. So I had really good intentions with this one. I even sprayed it with all the other stuff that I sprayed for the show, but then that's where it ended. So let's go back to the beginning. So I picked this up at the Salvation Army for $5.99. We're gonna paint it white, distress it, and we're gonna do a little something different in the middle. Now I was gonna paint right over the grapes because I figured if I tried removing that, I would have a lot of glue and it just would look horrible. So I figured I'd just paint over it and it would be fine. But guess what? Something miraculous happened. Once I started spraying this, look at this. This paper came right up. That's awesome. Now we can paint the whole thing. I was afraid I was going to have glue and pieces of paper, but that is awesome. It came up. So I'm going to finish painting this. All right, if you remember, we sprayed this, and now we're just going to rough this up a little to bring some of the detail out. Really is a pretty tin. So look how pretty that is. That just brings out all the detail in it. And in my opinion, makes it look even that much nicer. Okay. This is the top part here, and this is the middle. I kind of want to do something in the middle here because we're going to use one of these wreaths that I got at Target a little while back. We're going to put this on here, but I really want something in the middle so that it's not so plain. If you remember, I did these decals on canisters, and it comes with a pig too. They're in my Etsy store if you want them, but I'm not sure. Do we want a cow or do we want chicken? I don't know. You know what? Let's just go with the the cow. So the first thing you want to do with these decals, you just want to take that protective cover off, and then you're going to cut as close as you can. I mean, you want to leave like maybe like 1/8 of an inch just for handling purposes, but you are going to cut around this image as close as you can. I don't know if you can see that detail, but it just is so cool. Whenever I put these on anything, it sells so fast. Okay, so you're just gonna peel your transfer decal off and then carefully place it where you want it. In this case, we want it right in the middle. They're very delicate, so you have to be careful. And then just smooth it out with your finger. There you go. Very cute, right? So we're going to put this on there. I am going to get rid of this buffalo check because it's a little too thin. It's just, I don't know. I kind of just want to use some burlap ribbon. Okay, so we got that ribbon off of there, and I got this at Hobby Lobby. I think I got it for half off, so it was like $2. We're just gonna loop some of this around. Now we need enough to go around the back because we are gonna glue this in place in the back here. So I'm gonna turn this over and I'm gonna cut what I need, which seems to be about this much here. And we're gonna hot glue this in place, and that will just hang really nice right there. So let's go ahead and hot glue that right now. Just gonna put a little bit of glue right here. Hold that down. A little glue on that. Flip that over, and as you can see, it looks so cool. Simple, easy, looks so much better than the yellow. Okay, so this thing has been here forever. It has been haunting me. It's when my mom went on that huge thrift store adventure and brought me all kinds of stuff. Do you remember that video, you guys? That was like one of my first videos. Anyway, I have not done anything with this. It has been in my home and I want to get it out. I think she paid $4.99, and we have the vintage market coming up this weekend. This thing is gonna go. So let's work on this. So you guys know the rest. I didn't finish it. I always have good intentions that I'm gonna do it. However, I just ran out of time. So we're gonna be taking this glass out, so I'm just gonna spray it just the way it is. I'm spraying this with Rust-Oleum flat black protective enamel to give it like a base coat. I can even spray this too because I don't want these silver. Guys, we sprayed this flat black. I know it looks a little scary right now, but I have plans for that. I just wanted to get this not so stark white, so that's why we sprayed it a flat black. We're gonna use some anti-Sloan on this, graphite, and it's gonna make it look really expensive. Also, as you know, I did not like the silver hardware on there, so that's why we sprayed that also a flat black. Okay, so let's go on and make this beautiful. If you remember, we did not take out any of the backing. We still have the glass in there. I think I'm gonna remove that now and just get all that out of there. And I didn't know this, but this was from Pottery Barn. Love it. Okay, let's get some of these screws out of here. I did not paint the back, and I think the back will be fine just being white because it's gonna be hung on a wall. So I'm just gonna start by removing these screws so that we can get all that out of there. So we're going to use anti-Sloan paint. I'm gonna let that dry, and then we'll flip it over and I'm gonna go around the hardware. So I just have this upside down. I'm painting the bottom of it. And you know what? I decided that we're just gonna paint Annie Sloan over these two. Why not? It's a great color. All right, you guys, our frame is completely dry. I brought it in the house. It looks so awesome. I love that Annie Sloan graphite paint. Can you see how gorgeous that is? I love it. So anyway, we're gonna take a little wax and we're gonna wax this all up just to seal it. And then we'll work on the backboard. So we're gonna use some of this Annie Sloan clear wax. It works really good. I have a shop towel here, one of my kids' shop towels. And you just wanna rub that on. And this is gonna help seal and protect it. Okay, I waxed the whole thing up. It's completely done. Now we're gonna work on the inside part. And that's where our project had ended. I have a roll of this batting. We are gonna cut a sheet to fit this. And then we're gonna put burlap over it. This is gonna give it some cushion because we're gonna make it sort of like, you know, where you could use like a pin cushion. You can pin cards and things like that to it. Okay, we're gonna start by cutting that batting. So you just want a piece that, my darn dog, sorry, little dog here. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of measure that there. That looks good. I am gonna cut all the way down. And that should be good. Okay, now what we need to do, take our burlap here. I just bought this at, you know, Walmart. You can get it for like $3.66 a yard. I use this quite a lot. So we need enough that can wrap around here, and we're gonna tuck it, and it has to be able to tuck around here and around here. So we gotta make sure we have enough of this to go all the way around. So as you can see, this is gonna be able to tuck around. So tuck around. And then we need a little that way too. So I'm just gonna cut. Okay, that should be good there. That's enough. And we can trim the back if we have too much. We're gonna take our hot glue gun here. I'm gonna just flip this over and we're gonna start to glue this. Let's go ahead and start doing this. I want to pull really tight on this. Especially when you get to the other side. You definitely want to pull it tight. If you have to add a little more glue, just go ahead and do it. And then once you glue this side, you want to flip it over just to make sure that all the lines in the burlap look decent. Okay, I'm just going to turn that over to see what it looks like. I'm going to show you that. So that is looking really good. I don't like that crease. I might have to put a little water on it. I was trying to avoid it, but might still have it. Okay, I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to do this side now. And we're going to pull that really, really tight on there. We want that as tight as possible. This is not thick enough to put a staple in, so I have to just use hot glue. You want to pull that as tight as you can. Just going to hold that down. I think my glue gun came unplugged because this doesn't seem like it's hot anymore. Sure enough. All right, we got to give that a minute to heat up because my glue gun accidentally came unplugged. We're just gonna let that heat up. Okay, the glue gun is all set here. Oh yeah, this is much better. I couldn't understand why it wasn't really coming out. Come to find out, it wasn't hot enough. So we really want to pull this. Make sure that's really, really tight. Oh yeah, this is working out so much better. Make sure your glue gun's very hot. I need another glue stick. I'm just going to put a little more glue here because we were actually having trouble with that because it was not hot enough. Okay, let's flip this over and see what we have. Oh, I love that. That is looking really nice. Okay, so now we need to do our sides here. We're going to glue those down as well. I'm just going to turn that slightly. This is a low temperature gun. Don't put your hand over a hot one because you will be sorry. So I'm just going to trim that off. I'm going to trim this off as well. I'll just do it at the end. think that looks pretty good. It's nice and padded, so you could put a pin in there. So now that we have this all done, we're gonna take some jute and we are gonna place it across here and across here. And then we're gonna do another one that will also be over here and over here. And the purpose of that is so that we can like tuck pictures in there that people can display. You can pin business cards on the back because it's all cushiony. But these will act as, you can just stick a little photo in there, which would be really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue that down right now. Okay, so let's start putting this on. So I want this one to be about right here. Glue this on. And you know what? I'm even going to tape this with some packing tape just so that I know that it's not going to go anywhere. We're going to pull this pretty tight, turn it around, and we're going to glue it in place. And like I said, I'm just going to put some packing tape on this just to hold it down too, just to ensure that it's not going to come off. That looks pretty darn good. Make sure it's lined up good. Okay, and let's do this other one here. I'm gonna go get that packing tape and we're gonna finish by just putting a little packing tape on the jute there. I have my packing tape here and we're just gonna tape this down here. That way we just don't need to worry about it at all. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side here. I'm just going to trim the rest of these off here. You know what, I think I'm going to put a little packing tape on this stuff too, just to ensure. Not going to worry about anything here. All right, I think we're good as gold here. This looks really nice. Now, I just want to see what it's going to look like. So let's put our frame over it and just check it out. Now look at that. I would definitely buy this. Oh, that is gonna look so sharp. Okay, so let's put the backing on and we're gonna be done with this. I have the frame flipped upside down. We're gonna put in the piece that we just made. We're gonna flip that upside down like this. It's gonna go right there. And there is a back plate that also goes on here. And we're just going to screw that all down. in place. And there you have it. I think this turned out gorgeous. I definitely would display this in my house. It's the perfect family memo board. You can put pictures, reminders, things like that. We only paid $5 for it, and if I really were to sell it, I could probably get about $45, and that's a pretty good profit. So I think this project is definitely a winner, and I really wish I had finished it so that I could have brought it to the vintage market. I thought this was the perfect little plank sign. You could put anything on it. I actually was going to do maybe like a Christmas kind of thing on it, but again, never got around to it. So we're going to finish this now. So I got this wooden plaque at the thrift store. I don't know, I think I paid $2.99 for it. It's just a plain wooden plank kind of sign. I think this is probably from Hobby Lobby. I think I've seen this one there. But anyway, I did get this at the thrift store for $2.99. And what we're gonna do today with this is we're gonna use one of these wreaths again. I really love these wreaths. Again, I got it from Target, you know, a little while back. I'm not sure if they have them. I'm sure they're coming out with their Christmas wreaths. And those would be really pretty on one of these kind of natural wood boards. So what we're going to do is take one of these letters. I want to show you how you can customize a little board just to have maybe your initial. In this case, we're using an F because Flea Market Rescue. I got these at Walmart for 99 cents. You can find these at Walmart, and you would not believe this, but they're already white and distressed. They're so cool. For 99 cents, it's quite a bargain. Actually, I did use it on something else. I think maybe it might have been a breadboard. But today we are going to use this as one of our letters, like an abbreviation to a name. So look at this. Sorry, my hands are dirty from the last project. I did wash them, but anyway, look at this. For 99 cents, you can't beat this. So we're just gonna hot glue that in the middle. We are gonna take our wreath and hang that like so. Simple, easy project, something anyone can do. So let's glue this F on there for Flea Market Rescue. Just gonna get a little hot glue here. And we're gonna put that directly in the middle. Looks good. And we're just gonna press that down. That looks perfect there. We're gonna take our wreath, and you can make a wreath, you can get a wreath anywhere. And we're just gonna kind of loop that around like that, like so. And we're gonna hot glue that in place. We're just gonna put a little hot glue on the back and glue down our wreath. So in less than 5 minutes, you've made this super cool little wreath plaque with your initial. Now, when I was in Springfield, I saw a whole bunch of these little trays all done up, and guess what? They had stamped them with these stamps, and I thought, oh my gosh, I have those stamps. Do you remember when I did the coasters? Well, we're gonna use them on some little trays. So we sprayed them all white, if you remember. This is what they look like before we painted them. We got them for 99 cents at the Goodwill. And we're just gonna use some of these stamps and just kind of put a little stamp in the middle, and they're gonna be so stinking cute. So we're gonna use a little of this DIY paint. It's called Little Black Dress. I like to use paint instead of ink. I mean, you could use ink for sure. I mean, it's probably what they suggest. But I like using a little bit of this paint here. So I'm just gonna put some of that on here. And then we're going to take one of our stamps. Let's do the little piggy here. These are IOD stamps. Look how cute. So we're just going to put our piggy down into, let me make sure I have enough here. We're just going to put our piggy right down into the paint, like so. I'm just gonna lightly press down to make sure he's inked up good. Painted up, I should say. And we're gonna take one of our trays that we have painted here. We have enough paint except for right on his little butt, so I'm just gonna dip that back in. Get a little more paint there. So look how cute that is. We have a little spot right there, but I'm just gonna touch it up with a little white paint. So adorable. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm just gonna put our okay, I think we got it all gooped up pretty good. That looks good to me. Maybe the little leg there needs a little more. And we're just gonna put that down onto our tray. right, let's see what we got. Woo. And we have our cow. I had way too much paint for the sheep, so, well, just take a look. Yeah, that's a lot of paint. That should be more than enough. Yep, you guessed it, globby. Just touch that up, it'll be just fine. Just be careful when you're painting up your stamps. You don't want too much paint or you're gonna do a lot of touch-ups. Okay, so I think these came out really awesome. There we have our pig, our cow, and our sheep over here. So what you wanna do is you definitely wanna, seal them with wax or a polyurethane. I actually have already done that. I thought I had the camera on, but I didn't. But anyway, you just want to put like a coat of wax on there or polyurethane. So I always like to finish my projects, something like this with like a hang tag because it just gives it a nice finished look. I'm going to use these hang tags that are in my Etsy store. They're the lettered farm animal hang tags. And for the cow, we're going to go ahead and use this one here. All you do is just cut it out. And at the dollar store, I picked this up for $1. You punch a little hole in it, put a little piece of jute in there, and again, it just gives it a really nice finished look. So we're going to use this cow here for the cow tray. And again, all you do, you punch just a little hole through there with a hole punch. And then you're going to want to tie a little piece of jute around your hang tag. I'm going to snip that off. And then we're going to just tie it around here. I'm going to do the same thing with the pig as well as the sheep. I think these came out so adorable. I absolutely love them. See, we paid 99 cents for them, and now they're worth anywhere from $8 to $12. I think that's a really good profit. Not to mention, they're so stinking cute. You guys were asking for them, so I have them. I have the new hang tag set. This is set number 1. As you can see, they're super cute. And I even made a second set just in case you wanted more. This one here has the moose with the buffalo check, fa la 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 with Santa, a cute little deer, some skates, and then we have Oh Christmas Tree, and then Santa with naughty on there. And then this one here, this is Merry Christmas, and there's Santa looking, and there's the postmark of North Pole. We have mistletoe, this cool wire formed tree. And then this one is just gorgeous, isn't it? It has fa la 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 in the background and this drooping kind of tree. And then I also have this deer too. I think it's so cool. So yeah, those are the new hang tags. This is set 1 and this is set 2 here. If you like this episode of Flea Market Rescue and you want to see more episodes, make sure to subscribe to my channel and ring the bell. I'm Kelly Sherry and this has been Flea Market Rescue.